Generals, ladies and gentlemen, I really thank you for the opportunity to provide this video message on the occasion of the Theresian Military Academic Forum. Unfortunately, I cannot be present due to my obligations as chairman of the Military Committee. This year's main theme, maneuver warfare and maneuverist approach, forces us to address the delicate question: is Europe prepared for all the upcoming challenges and potential threats? In particular, because the strategic environment has changed for the worse with the unprecedented speed. Let me give you some facts and examples. The total amount of non-state and state-based conflicts increased dramatically in the last 15 years. In 2022, Russia has brought back conventional warfare to Europe. Traditional tactics are combined with advanced technologies and new approaches. In the northwestern Indian Ocean and the Red Sea, Houthi terrorists attack commercial vessels to affect Europe's security and prosperity. In the Middle East, old conflicts have flared up again and a further escalation cannot be excluded. In Africa, the Western world and Europe in particular loses influence to affect the local conditions. In a nutshell, we are constantly maneuvering on the edge of escalation. And we are facing at least one decade of insecurity. As a result, it is hard to deny that the whole world appears as one major security theater. This means Europe's societies are under permanent pressure, and it gets even higher by disinformation campaigns, cyber or hybrid actions, refugee waves due to conflicts and crises, pandemic developments, or natural disasters linked to the climate change. This overall situation demands a lot from Europe, its citizens, and the military. Consequently, we have to be more flexible than ever and look in detail across the pond to be successful tomorrow. More than ever, a scientific debate on future warfare is therefore needed. The war of Putin's Russia might give you a clear indication that methods and approaches from the 20th century are not yet obsolete. The war of attrition that is fought in Ukraine might be decisive for some of your considerations. My first lesson identified: we do need both quantity and quality to succeed. But how to balance fighting smart and hard? Even if the maneuverist approach is characterized as the antithesis of war of attrition, what are the consequences for us? Strategically, Europe follows a multi-layer approach under the framework of the strategic compass. Among others, we gather pace by boosting our defense industry, setting future capability priorities, and implementing the EU rapid deployment capacity. This means Europe intends to spend more money better together to be innovative, competitive, and resilient. This will allow member states to replenish their stocks of military equipment and acquire new ones, to fight hard if necessary. For too long, the defense industry was underinvested and fragmented of national defense demands. By setting clear priorities, Europe will develop own capabilities in all domains, with the intent to avoid redundancies and be capable of producing world-class advanced systems, to fight smart in all domains at all stages. By the turn of 2024-2025, the EU RDC enables Europe to deploy tailored forces, even in a non-permissive environment. Then up to 5,000 troops will be ready to be deployed on short notice in all dimensions, supplemented with strategic partners. My assessment is that the question to deploy the EU RDC for the time is not if, but when. Hence, your intellectual approach and the recent main theme implicates the right questions to the right time. I'm really looking forward to the deployment of the scientific discussion. To conclude, Allow me to address my Austrian colleagues in German. Das Bundesheer und seine Bildungseinrichtungen denken in die richtige Richtung. Auch Österreich muss seinen Beitrag zur europäischen Sicherheitsintegration leisten. In stürmischen Zeiten ist es wichtig, Streitkräfte robust und flexibel aufzustellen. As a final remark, I would like to ask you kindly to consider the following during all your discussion. What is at stake is not an abstract matter, but security, freedom, and prosperity of all Europeans. I wish all of you a fruitful discussion.